What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by to spend a few minutes of your day with me as we talk about 3 crowning level 12 players in Clash Royale as a level 11, mind you. So obviously gems don't always buy skill. Now, I'm not claiming I'm the most skilled player, far from it, but occasionally I can get the upper hand. In each of these replays, I am using Golem-based decks. Now, the other cards do usually vary, but if I do see my opponent putting up Elixir Collectors early, then I will do the same. In this case, getting a chance to drop 2 down, although it does cost me. He's got some units I can't counter. They get in on the tower early, and he is going to get a big lead early. But one of the things about getting this much Elixir going early on does mean you have a chance to come back. And right now, things don't look great, but there goes my favorite card down to the tower, the Minion Horde, supported by the dragon, and they are going to do a great job at trying to even things up right now by damaging that left tower, as he has put down a second Elixir Collector as well. So this is going to be an Elixir crazy battle. I love the Golem once again, so versatile if you can afford it. If you can get that Elixir together in time, you can stop just about any unit headed for your tower, other than obviously Giant Balloon and Hog Rider. But right there, in that case, it stopped the Dark Prince. The Golem moves forward and got some support from pairs of princesses and my favorite card, the Minion Horde. He is forced to go defensive with the Elixir Collector on the defense. The freeze spell, too late, poorly timed. That's going to severely cost him, and I am deep into enemy territory right here with all sorts of flying units. Those 2 princesses are both up as well, and quickly you can see where this is headed. It is going to be a 3 crown against a level 12 player in less than 2 minutes of gameplay. This battle is over. So yes, the Minion Horde may be my favorite card, but a close second right now is the Golem. If you can counter defensive structures, then you can almost always overwhelm your opponent with the Golem. Now, usually, I'll try to bring a lightning spell. That is a good counter for Teslas, for Infernos, for Cannons. In this case, I didn't have it, but I am starting out with another similar deck in that I've got the Princess, the Minion Horde, the Dragon, and the Golem, of course. So early on, I try to start out conservatively. I don't like to drop the Golem right away because it can leave you so severely Elixir starved, and your opponent may take advantage of that, pushing hard down the opposite lane. In which case, I will sometimes just go ahead and trade. He pushes down 1, and I'll support that offensive Golem early on the other lane and just try to trade towers with him. Here, he is forced on the defense, and I am burning card after card after card of his and getting damage on the tower. Once again, Minion Horde, love that card to no end, and it does severe damage. That tower is well below 1,000 hit points by the time the last minion goes down. Now, you'll notice in this attack, I did not drop the Elixir Collector early, and that was just because it wasn't there, and oftentimes if it's not there, there's no use trying to rotate around to it. You've got to wait until there's a good time, and maybe right now wasn't the best time to drop that Elixir Collector. I could have used more defensive troops right here, and he is going to do severe damage on this tower before I finally am going to get these legendary cards out of the way, but not before he takes the tower down. The Dragon just not putting out enough damage, and now suddenly, from a huge lead, I am well behind in this battle. But I do have the advantage of that Elixir Collector, so I'm feeling like I could be okay as long as I don't get overwhelmed. And on the left-hand side, I've got the minions going to go ahead and take the prince down. He gets a lot of shots in on that tower. Again, wasn't ready. That was exactly what I was talking about. The Golem left me low on elixir and really no counter to stop that prince from getting to the tower. So if you stop things right here, right now, it looks really bad, except for the fact that it's the Golem minion combo, and that tower just vaporized in an instant. The princess goes down as well, and look again, looky here, the Golem, a full-size Golem, is on that king's tower, and that can oftentimes spell doom. So much damage done to that king's tower, and it is looking vulnerable. It's looking awfully tasty right now as I drop another Golem in the back, and that will stop both of those attacking princes. And again, the Minion Horde doing a great job of helping to take them out. Another set of minions going in. Now, they will get ahead of the Golem here, and that's unfortunate. And he's got a Pekka coming down the left, so at this point, I am going full force, full press offense, not going to worry about that left tower. It's just going to be a race. Can I take his king out before he gets to my king with that giant Pekka as time counts down? It's looking good. And yes, sure enough, his tower is going to fall, and another 3-crown win over a level 12 player. And that is a strategy I use pretty frequently. It is very risky, just giving up a tower, letting it go, abandoning the tower, just counting on the fact that you're going to grab either one more tower or the king's tower as time runs out, as you saw right there. So here we go once again up against another level 12, but again, I have the Elixir Collector in the starting deck, so I'm going to drop it right away. And now he's got the Goblin Barrel coming in, but I had the arrows ready, and he has given up that secret card. That is a great sneak attack card late in the game, but I know it's there, so I'm going to be ready for it. The Hog Rider's going to get through, the minions get frozen, the Goblins don't, but his own arrows take everybody out, and the Hog Rider giving my opponent a huge lead early on. But once again, this Elixir Collector Golem deck is a great come-from-behind type of deck. This is the type of deck where you should never get discouraged and feel like you don't have a chance, especially when your opponent is not placing Elixir Collectors of his own. That means you are certainly going to have a big advantage in the last minute to 90 seconds of the battle. And right here I've got the Golem moving in, and the Dragon is going to do a great job along with my Ice Wizard this time. Yes, I brought the Ice Wizard, and that is going to help take all of those other troops off of the Golem as it gets to the tower. My Minion Horde, my favorite card. Once again, I sound like a broken record, but I love that card. And they all get frozen together, but they are going to survive after the freeze. The Dragon, the Wizard are still up, and they are going to do a lot of damage that the Golem couldn't get done, but I'm still way behind. Those level 12 towers with over 3,100 hit points are very intimidating, and it's a lot of hit points to get through, but again, I am not giving up. I've got my Elixir Collector pumping, I've got a Golem at the ready, and we're going to go after this left side lane once again, dropping the Golem way in the back. Here comes that Goblin Barrel, but arrows once again. Get out of here, Goblin Barrel. Hate that card. Don't even try it. Alright, so sure enough, Hog Rider once again. This time we're going to go ahead and try the Hog Rider, stop that Hog Rider with the Wizard and the Goblins, and now a perfect combination. The Goblins and the Wizard move on along with my Minion Horde, backing up the Golem after that tower. My princess takes out his princess. The Golem is on the tower. The Golemites are still on the tower. My Wizard, my two legendaries are now getting through, and that is going to put me ahead 1 crown to 0 right there, but I'm not done yet. It looks like my opponent might be, however, he lets his elixir run to full. He really didn't have any card. If you looked at what he had available at that moment, he didn't have any good counter to my attack. And also, it looks like he's focusing on getting my tower down, which he will with the Goblin Barrel. Even with the Minion Horde, there was no way I was going to stop that. But I am focused right here on the 3rd crown. In the meantime, as he focused on that tower, I've got the Golem moving in. Time is counting down, but the Golemites are on the crown tower. He throws another Goblin Barrel, and again, I'm pushing hard, mostly on the King's Tower right here. I did counter with the Princess just to make sure that that tower didn't go down as time was running out. But right here, we're into overtime, and you can see his King's Tower is so low on hit points, it would not make sense to go after his right lane. It only makes sense to go after his King. He has sent a Hog Rider down the right lane, but the heavy pressure I've placed on his King right here forces him to use the freeze spell on defense, and it's going to be too little too late. Too much damage has been done. The freeze will wear off, and the 3rd crown, there it is, another 3-crown win chalked up against a level 12. So yes, it's always fun to beat those higher level players. Now, it doesn't mean I don't lose to them. Of course, I have lost to level 10s, but nobody wants to see that, do they? Of course you don't. Anyway, thank you guys again for spending a few minutes of your day with me. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe before you leave, and I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, a video of you losing to lower level players. Does YouTube allow 24-hour episodes